Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually in Irvine, California, so like Orange County, and as you can see, I am at the pool area of my hotel, which is why my hair is so wet because I just took a shower. But anyways, today I have a really exciting video, and so basically what this video is about is Ancestry. About 1 or 2 months ago, I submitted a sample of my DNA to 23ANDME, which I'm sure, as you guys all know, it's an ancestry and health organization. And by the way, this video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I mean, they wouldn't sponsor me anyway. I have 6 subscribers. I'm sorry the angle is so bad. I just don't know where to put the camera right now. Anyways, so today I finally got my results, and I'm so sad that I couldn't make this video a reaction video, but I accidentally saw the results. Like, basically what happened was I was trying to see what process or what step my sample was on. And so I clicked on the app on my phone, and then everything just showed up all at once, and I was like, well, I'm already here. And then I completely forgot that I wanted to make a video about it. So anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you what I had predicted that I would have, and then I'll tell you what I actually have. So I am Bengali, or at least that's what my parents told me, and that's what I know. So basically, I know that my parents are both from Bangladesh, which is right next to India, and I knew both of my parents were Bengali. I knew my grandparents were Bengali, but I kind of expected to be a little bit Indian just because like Bangladesh is right next to India, and I know like I have relatives who live in India right now or did live in India in the past. So I just expected a little bit of Indian in me. So before I took the test, I thought that I'd be around 99% South Asian, with Bengali being around 40 or 50%, just because I know it's kind of hard to be full blood. All I know is that I was thinking I would be like 99% South Asian, and then I was thinking I'd be like 1% West Asian or North African or Sub-Saharan African or European or East Asian or whatever. I didn't really know, to be honest. And so when I saw my results, I was a little bit shocked. Not too shocked, to be honest. It's a little bit different from what I thought, but I'm still pretty happy with it. So I'm gonna move to the side so I can put up a picture of my screen, and I'm going to go ahead and read out what I have in me. So that's exciting. So on the homepage, it has a little bit of information. I'm going to click on my Ancestry composition, and it says I'm 100% me, as you can see. And then it goes and says I am 98.6% Central and South Asian. So I wasn't too far off. My original guess of being 99% South Asian wasn't too far off. I didn't really think about Central Asian in this, but that's still cool. And so underneath that, it says I am 83.5% Central Asian, Northern Indian, and Pakistani. And then underneath that, it breaks it down into 70.2% Bengali and Northeast Indian. And then it tells me which regions too. It also talks about Northeastern Indian regions, so that's pretty cool. And then going back, it says I'm 4.3% Northern Indian and Pakistani. So I think that's really cool. I don't know about you. And then it breaks it down into another northern region of India. And I had already checked, and it said that I don't have any like matches for like Pakistani genetics or DNA. So I already know that like that's not part of it, but that's still cool. And then it says I'm 0.2% Central Asian, which is super cool. And I didn't really think I had any Central Asian in me, or I didn't really think about it. But basically that's all the stands, like Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, I probably didn't say the names right, whatever. You know what I mean? So you can see all of that. That's pretty cool. And then it says I'm 8.8% broadly Central Asian, Northern Indian, and Pakistani, which is cool. And I hope they like update it so where they can break that down even more. And I have 4% Southern Indian subgroup, so that's really cool. And then it says 3.9% Southern South Asian. And then underneath that, it breaks it down into 3.1% Southern Indian and Sri Lankan. And then I'm not going to try to pronounce that specific southern region in India, but you can see it on the screen. And I checked, and it said I don't have Sri Lankan in me. It's just that part of India that I have. And then I have 0.8% broadly Southern South Asian, which is super amazing. I mean, yeah, I need to stop saying cool and amazing. Okay, I have 7.2% broadly Central and South Asian, That is so cool. Okay, now this is the part that was really shocking to me, or really cool. So I didn't even think about this, but it says I have 0.8% East Asian and Native American in me. Like, I don't know why, but I just don't really see it in myself. Although now that I know about it, I kind of like look at myself differently. Like, do I have that actually? Like, do I actually have that in me? That's pretty cool. It breaks it down into Indonesian, Thai, I don't know how to pronounce it, Khmer. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering these names. And Myanmar. Myanmar? I don't know. I'm sorry. I should know this by now. I have 0.6% of it in me. You can see that on the screen. I have 0.6%. And then I have 0.2% broadly Chinese and Southeast Asian in me, which is super cool. And then it shows trace ancestry. So this is kind of interesting. So it says 0.2% broadly Chinese and Southeast Asian. And then this was interesting. Sorry, everything is interesting. But I have 0.1% broadly Melanesian. Yes, that's right. 0.1%. That's not very much, but that is super cool. I did not even know what that meant. I didn't even know what that meant until I had to Google it, and that's like near Oceania or something. It's like they're like people who traveled from Indonesia, I think. I don't know, but this is super cool. And then I have 0.5% unassigned, so I hope they like can fix that in the future when they have more people taking the tests. But anyways, now let's go ahead and look at the Ancestry timeline. I thought this was super cool. This is my timeline. And so as you can see, if I click on one of these like little colored bubbles or like lines, circles, ovals, I don't know, it says you most likely had a 4th great grandparent, 5th great grandparent, 6th great grandparent, or 7th great grandparent who was 100% Central Asian. This person was likely born between 1730 and 1820. Like, how cool. And then like I tried clicking on Melanesian. For some reason that doesn't pop up, but I think it's the same idea. And then with the Indonesian one, it says that they were born between 1730 and 1850, which is super cool. I did not know I had that in me at all. That's so cool. But yeah, and it goes back through generations. This is my DNA painting. It's showing up now, or it should show up. And so if I click on, like, let's say I want to see my Melanesian, you can see it. It's on my 11th chromosome. If I want to see my East Asian and Native American, you can see it's on my 6th chromosome. And if I want to see my Central and South Asian, it's on every chromosome. So let's get into the fun stuff. So, oh, actually no, that other stuff was the fun stuff, but this is actually also fun. So I have 239 Neanderthal variants, and that is less than 87% of 23andMe customers. And it also allows you to connect to your relatives. I found some like 2nd or 3rd cousins and beyond, and it was really interesting because I don't have any like European or West Asian or African in me, but I found that I had relatives from those areas, or relatives that had mostly that DNA, if that makes sense. So anyways, now this is the more scary part. I bought the health part of this kit too, and I was so scared, but luckily the only thing I had was a slightly increased risk of age-related macular degeneration. Okay, so now I'm gonna read out some of the traits that I got. So it says I have about a 50-50 chance of being able to match a musical pitch. I don't know, I think I can, I don't know. And then it says likely no dimples or no cheek dimples, and I think I do. I don't know. I think I do. Is that a dimple? I don't know. I think I have cheek dimples, so that's cool. More likely to get dandruff, likely brown or hazel eyes. And that's interesting because I think the hazel eyes part of it probably comes from my dad's side, because I know I have first cousins who have hazel eyes. Less likely than average to be afraid of heights. That's true. About a 50-50 chance of having a fear of public speaking. It's funny because I used to, and then now I don't as much, so that's interesting. I was like kind of on both spectrums. Hair texture, likely straight or wavy. I have more wavy hair. Right now I have a Brazilian blowout, so you can't really see that part of it, but I do. Light or dark hair, likely dark. So I had to change location, so now I'm in the laundry room, so that's fun. Anyways, let me continue. So it says I and more likely to prefer chocolate over vanilla ice cream, which is definitely true. Likely little baby hair, which is true. More likely to experience motion sickness, that's true. Stretch marks, more likely to have stretch marks, that's true. Sweet versus salty, likely prefers sweet. I kind of prefer salty more than sweet snacks, but whatever. Wake up time, likely to wake up around 8:55 a.m. That is so specific. Then they also have these traits or like wellness stuff, I don't know. It says I'm predisposed to weigh less than average. If anything, I would not have thought that. I thought I was like average or maybe even more than average. And then sleep movement, likely more than average sleep movement. That is so interesting. I thought I was just average, but okay. My muscle composition is common in elite power athletes. I'm less likely to be a deep sleeper. Less likely to consume caffeine, which is so true. So it also gave me my maternal haplogroup. So it says my maternal haplogroup is U2B1. Apparently, it's rare, according to what 23andMe says. You can see the picture right there. Apparently, 1 in 11,000 23andMe customers share this haplogroup, so that's really interesting. But that could also just be because 23andMe is more of a European and American company, so that's probably why it's so rare. Apparently, she descended from Stone Age Iranians as well as South Asian hunter-gatherers, distantly related to island populations in the Andaman Sea. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that is so cool. Wow. And my paternal haplogroup won't show up just because I don't have a Y chromosome. Okay, so I'm editing this video right now, and I actually have a cold, and I'm also back in my room, back home, so yeah. Anyways, so I just wanted to update you guys because I decided to upload my DNA data to Gedmatch. I think that's how you pronounce it. Basically, I think, and I could be wrong, please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think the difference between Gedmatch and 23andMe is that 23andMe kind of just goes back about 500-ish years or so, while Gedmatch goes back thousands and thousands of years. And so I decided to upload my data. I just wanted to see what else my DNA could tell me, and so I'm gonna pop a picture on the screen somewhere, and I'm just gonna read out what it said that I have in me from thousands and thousands of years. So as you can see, I'm looking at my screen right now. As you can see, there is the pie chart, and then it says, and oh, by the way, I don't know how much I should be trusting the percentages, but I'm just gonna go ahead and read it out. I don't know how accurate it is. I think it's pretty accurate because I've heard that Gedmatch actually has more DNA than the FBI. That's what I heard. Anyways, let me read it out. So it says 48.05% South Indian, or Southern Indian, or just South Asia. I don't know. Just as Indian. 27.35% Baloch. I searched it up and it's actually Baluch. And then 2.7% Caucasian, 5.6% Northern Eastern European, 7.61% Southeast Asian. Wow, that's pretty big. 0.29% Siberian, 6.18% Northern Eastern Asian, 0.81% Papuan. I've never had to pronounce it, so I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah. And then 0.93% Beringian, I don't know how to pronounce that either. 0.49% West African. That is so cool. So anyways, I just wanted to share that just as an update for this video. So now, cue the outro. And I'm so glad that I bought this kit. It's really interesting to me. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this was a really interesting video because I really am so glad I bought this kit. Again, this video is not sponsored. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!